Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about telepathic abilities. Maybe you are using your telepathic abilities or you're sensing them, but you are not aware of it. So sometimes some different things starts happening in our lives. We start sensing truly powerful energy in the certain room, or we get to certain places and we sense something we've never sensed before. Or we start experiencing certain internal mystical experiences, certain visions or dreams that we can't explain. So why 99% of people are not aware of their telepathic abilities? Usually because nobody's talking about it. So what is telepathy or telepathic ability? Firstly, we could explain it as psychic ability that can manifest as a sense of knowing. You know how often we get to certain places and deep inside we already know that maybe that location is not the place we are searching for. Or sometimes we lose something and at a certain moment we just experience an inner knowing where that thing may be, and we go looking for it and we find it exactly there. It's an internal knowing. Those are the inner senses that we all have if we are working on developing them. So psychic abilities usually starts evolving or increasing once we start learning more about our spiritual side of life. So it's not something we are reading about and then we suddenly understand. It's something we are experiencing. It's like feeling the energy. You can't think about energy and just know it. You need to feel it. The same as listening music. You can't just say to yourself that you love certain music. You need to feel it. If you feel the vibe in the music, you will love it. And that's same with those psychic abilities. You feel it. And if we have the vocabulary which can help us to explain with words what we feel, we'll be able to express it. We'll be able to understand it. So often telepathy will also manifest as ability to receive messages in dreams or deep, profound meditations. You know, often I see in comments that people which are meditating are receiving a certain message that is constantly repeating until they find out what is the meaning in that message. I've heard many stories from people which, through different dreams or different visions which they've received in meditations, they've started researching what they are seeing. And once I've heard a story about a person who was an investor. His job was to teach people in what kind of companies to invest, and he was always experiencing his guidance through dreams. Every time there was a truly powerful opportunity on the market, he had a dream about that opportunity. And the next day he went to his clients and he said them to invest. He had a strong trust into his dreams. So he taught their clients to invest into that specific company, and few months later that company blew up. It went truly high, and many of those people got a truly great return of their investments. So there's many truly amazing stories about telepathy, but most people are not even aware that they are receiving messages. Often telepathy can also manifest in capacity to communicate with animals or plants, right? How often we feel. We just sense what the plants which are present with us in our room need. Sometimes we feel like we need to change the location of that flower or that certain plant, or we just sense that that plant needs some water, needs some love, needs some care. Or you can communicate with a certain animal. Let's say you're walking in a beautiful range and you see a horse which senses yourself intuitively come to you, and you don't even need to do much. You just sense like there's a communication happening between you and that horse, and you feel that deep sense of love. It can happen with a dog, with a cat, with a bird, or with any kind of animal. This is truly beautiful once we start increasing our awareness in those different aspects. And actually at many different places, people are learning about remote viewing, which basically means that you go into meditation and you project yourself at a certain location, and you can see how that location looked like. You can actually train yourself to see the events in the possible future. You can train yourself to project your point of awareness to a certain location, and you can sense the details at that place. We can train our senses, and those are the psychic abilities we all have if we learn to develop them. So the first sign that you have those psychic abilities is that you can sense an increased sensation in the center of your brain or at the area between your eyebrows. So often we would refer it to a third eye. So once the third eye is activated, usually we start receiving vivid dreams, we start seeing different messages in our dreams, and often it feels like our dreams are more real than real life. We wake up and we are kind of shocked because we thought we were actually in another reality. Often it can happen also during meditation. We start seeing profound, vivid colors, and suddenly there are certain symbols. Often I see it that way. I start seeing symbols and then I Google them and I see those are some ancient Egyptian symbols. I never saw them before, or something like that. Sometimes it happens that way. And you know, if you feel like there's a great sensation in your third eye, and because of that you're now seeing different messages, different meanings, receiving different powerful ideas which you've never received before. You've started sensing this kind of guidance from like a higher consciousness. It means that you have psychic abilities. If you will pay more attention to them, you will start developing them. It doesn't mean that those things will happen to those who are not spiritually evolved yet, or you need to be spiritually evolved. Some people just have more activated certain energy centers in their bodies. It doesn't mean that your life is now better because of that, or your life is worse because of that. For many people, those things can manifest in a negative way. They have psychic abilities, but because they need to deal with their shadows, their stored emotions, their traumas from their past, they are sensing psychic abilities in the negative way. That's why it's so important to talk about it and to understand that we need to deal with our past. We need to learn to forgive, like we're always talking about it. We need to learn to go into our deepest pain and heal the wounds from our past, to forgive, to be kinder towards ourselves. Often people want to experience something mystical, but they are not ready to deal with their shadows. It's truly important to take care of all sides of our lives, so we can transform in that beautiful way and we can evolve in all aspects of our lives. The second sign that you have psychic abilities, and you might not know it, is that you can easily perceive others' emotions. We call it empathy, right? We are really empathic. And you can talk with a person, and without using any words, you can sense how that person feels like, right? Often it can happen to you. And it means that you have psychic abilities to sense the emotional state of another person. Emotions are energy in motion, which is moving in that electromagnetic field that our body is generating. So this electromagnetic field can be also like 2 meters wide. So if you get in contact with that person, you can sense their energy. You can sense what they are going through. Maybe you can even sense their thoughts. Like you're in that telepathic communication with that person without using any words. If that is happening to you, it means that you have this telepathic abilities really increased, and if you will learn to master them. So often for people which are able to sense other people's emotions, they feel often drained, especially if you go into crowded places, which we'll be talking later. You feel drained. So we need to learn to master our energy. We need to learn to protect our energy. We say the word protect our energy, but what we actually do is we just become aware how we are investing our energy and how we are perceiving our environment. If we sense that there's many people around us which may go through some painful moments, traumatic moments, some are experiencing fear, some are dealing with anger. There's a lot of that lower, more negative energy. And if you want to protect yourself from it, you can actually train your awareness to be aware of something which is increasing gratitude or love or care within your body. For example, you are at crowded places, but you see a tree or you see some birds in the sky and you rather focus on that. Or you put some beautiful music into your ears so you can distract yourself from that environment and you place your attention onto something which can uplift your spirit. Our body will always experience a byproduct of where we place our attention. So if you are usually feeling drained while you're at crowded places, train your focus, your attention, to focus on something which can uplift your spirit. It will help you with that. That's how will you be able to master your telepathy or telepathic abilities. Another sign that you have telepathic abilities is that you have a strong connection towards spirituality. It's because deep inside we know that that's where we will find answers. Spirituality is not about beliefs. Many people call it some new age thing. But that's how it's shown on many different places. But the truth is, spirituality is an ancient wisdom. In ancient times, people were deeply connected with their souls, with their spirits. They understood that they are actually spirits having human experience. But at some point we've lost that connection, and when we've started learning about spirituality, we somehow started feeling truly strong attraction towards it, because there's still that ancient wisdom present within us, which is guiding us towards that kind of knowledge again. We've lost it, but it's not truly lost. We've just forgot about it. If you feel a strong connection towards spirituality, it's because your intuition or your inner knowing is guiding you towards that kind of knowledge, because there are words in spirituality. You will find words which will help you to explain what you feel about life, about yourself, about your senses. Often in society can happen that things which we can't see will people describe as not real. So for people which have more evolved psychic abilities, most people would say they are crazy, or they are making it up, or they are like some, I don't know, whatever. But the truth is, we can't deny it if we learn to understand it. Once we expand our knowledge, we will know more things, we will be able to understand more things, and when we understand something, we are not afraid of it anymore. Most people are afraid of those psychic abilities because they think they will project something fearful towards the earth, they will use certain dark magic or whatever. But actually those psychic abilities are just helping us to create more harmony in the world, to manifest more abundance, to create more loving relationships, because we are not here just to make the small talks, to just communicate on the surface. We are here to heal. We are here to heal the past so we can create a more beautiful future. We are here to bring something to the world which can make it a better place, and we can't truly achieve that if we are living on the surface. We need to go deeper into our shadows. We need to understand all sides of life. We need to connect back with nature and cooperate with it. That's the psychic ability, the inner sense, which is helping us to gain that connection again, to make a bridge between energy and matter, between spirit and physical form, between spirituality and science, if we call it that way. Another sign that you have psychic abilities is, as I was talking before, you are experiencing vivid dreams, and those vivid dreams are usually repeating, like similar dreams are repeating over and over again. There can be many different meanings why it is happening. It can be like a past life experience. It can be something connected with your future or your past, or unhealed trauma, unhealed pain, or something that happened to you as a child, and those things are now repeating because there's an energy present in your field, and the purpose of sensing that energy is to learn, do you need to heal it, or do you need to learn something from it? So if we are experiencing profound, vivid dreams which are frequently repeating, there's a message within them. If that is happening to you, you are using those psychic abilities to learn something from your energy, to learn something from your past, to learn something which will help you to evolve in your life as a soul, as a spirit, but also as a physical embodiment of the essence of who you are. So if that is happening to you, pay close attention to it. It will help you to write down what you've been dreaming about. Because every time when we wake up, we usually forgot about what we've been dreaming. But when we start writing down our dreams, we start remembering them. So if a certain dream is frequently repeating, write it down. And you will see, as soon as you will start writing those dreams down, you will start remembering more details from those dreams. And then ask yourself, what can you learn from that dream? And intuitively, answers will start popping up. If not soon, eventually. If you will not be able to find the answer to what can you learn from it, ask yourself, is it connected with a certain fear that you have still within your life? Is it connected with certain judgments or certain anger that you're still carrying within you? Is it connected with something painful that happened in your past? And learn from here. Try to accept it. Try to heal it. Go deeper into understanding of the meaning of those dreams. Another sign that you have psychic abilities is that you're desiring a good health. So you're feeling an urge to eat healthier food. Usually you can also sense what kind of food is not good for you. Like your body is telling to you, don't eat that, don't eat that. Often people are ignoring this. But when you're talking with those people, they will say, yeah, I was always sensing that food is not for me, but I was not really sure. I thought that I'm just making it up. You know, if you have an urge to eat healthy food, to stay healthy, to move your body, you feel like an intuitive attraction towards some yoga, towards meditation, you want to calm down your mind, because there may be certain message coming to you, but you're not able to receive it because you're always lost in the thoughts. So you're identified by the thoughts and you're losing that spiritual sense of who you truly are. If you're feeling an urge to live a healthy life, it's your inner senses telling to you to take care of your life. Your life is actually your responsibility. You can always choose how to improve yourself or how to just ignore all of that and do what society tells you to do what advertisement tells you to do. You can always choose. But usually the other one, the healthier one, will be harder one. Because suddenly we will need to learn to plant our food, to take care, to nurture the seeds, and we will need to read about what is healthier, what is actually helping our biology to evolve. We will need to learn to meditate, which is not an easy thing to do for somebody who is always thinking, right? So most people rather ignore all of that and go back into their comfort zone, back into the distraction and do nothing. So pay close attention to that. If you are experiencing an urge to live healthier life, your inner sense is telling to you, you need to change something. Most people are not even aware of that. Another sign that you may have telepathic abilities and you may not even know is that all those telepathic senses slowly are enhancing. And you may experience it like maybe you've been living a completely regular life, something normal, but suddenly you've started thinking that there's more to life. Why am I here? What could be my purpose? Why everybody's talking about purpose? Like never before you've been thinking about it, but suddenly you have started experiencing those different questions. Your telepathic senses are now rising. It's time for your soul to evolve. It's actually time for your conscious mind to recognize that it is within you. It is within you, and it is your time right at this moment to pay attention to it and start evolving in that area. We are always talking about if something is happening to us, there needs to be a reason for that. If certain thoughts are constantly repeating to you, or certain ideas, or certain emotions constantly coming up, there's a purpose behind that. Do not ignore it. Go deeper into understanding it. Read books which can help you. If you're constantly listening something about intuition and you're ignoring it, read a book about intuition. If you're constantly hearing something about yoga or something, your body is saying do yoga, try yoga. Yoga is all over the place suddenly. Grab a book and read about yoga. You will learn that it's much more than just a practice. The point is that through our inner senses, we are always sensing what is good for us. And actually science is proving the intuition now. The latest science, you can also read about it. I love the teachings from Greg Braden, who is bridging that ancient wisdom with the new science. truly great book is Divine Matrix by Greg Braden. Read about it. You will find many scientific proofs about how intuition can be powerful, how those telepathic abilities can be real, truly powerful, and we can use them to improve our lives and also lives of others. We can use our abilities to heal others or to help others to heal, to help others to understand what they are going through. So do not ignore when you're sensing this kind of experiences within your body. Rather pay attention to them and educate yourself about it. In society, it's really popular to just ignore everything and do what most people are saying to do. But I like to educate myself about everything. I like to read books about what I don't understand, because the truth is, we can only be afraid of what we don't understand. As soon as we expand our knowledge, we understand more. Once we understand more, we are afraid less. So fear stops controlling us and we gain our power back. So always take care of it, my friends. And I have a great news for you. For those of you who are interested to learn to paint with me, I've just created another YouTube channel named Art Time. In this channel, we will be doing different painting tutorials for complete beginners. So we'll be doing like fun, short, small, easy paintings, from landscapes to more energetic ones to like dreamlands and all possible different paintings. The link to this channel is in the description. So if you would like to learn to paint with me, go and support that channel. See you there, and feel free to share your creations with me later. So my friends, this is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's painting, and to find more about my art, you can check my Instagram page, I Draw My Passion. I hope you've enjoyed today's message as well, and you can relate to it. So let me know in the comments below what kind of senses are resonating with you, or what do you feel that maybe your telepathic sense that is truly increased and it may be connected with your life's mission. Go deeper into understanding it, learn about it, educate yourself about it, and you will see that some completely new doors will open in your life, and you will experience that sense of guidance, that something is guiding you into a direction which will help not just to heal your life, but also the life of others. This is it for today. Have a beautiful day. I'm sending you love, blessings, and lots of power. Until next time, one love.